Having an aging parent can leave you feeling frantic and resentful. They're no longer the vibrant, charming person they once were. So how do you care for your parent in a way that doesn't alienate anyone else in the process? It's important to remember that every moment with your parents is a precious gift, one that won't last forever. With that being said, it will take some strategic planning and effort on your part to make sure your parents get the most out of their final days and years. If you want to give your aging parent a peaceful end to their life and ensure they get the most out of those final days, there are several simple things you can implement today. Here are 6 things you should do as an adult child if you want to be compassionate with your aging parent. Number 1. Practice forgiveness. One of the most important things you can do to your elderly parents as an adult is practice forgiveness. This is the best way of showing compassion towards your parents. Your parents did the best they could under the circumstances they lived in. They tried to raise you well and help you become the kind and compassionate people you are today. However, they're no longer here to do the things we take for granted, like drive us to work or take us grocery shopping. They're no longer able to help us with the most basic things we do every day. It's easy to feel resentment toward your aging parent for not being able to help out with things you took for granted. But those resentments will only hurt your relationship with your aging parent and make their final years more difficult. It's important to remember that your parent is living with a condition that affects their mobility and cognitive abilities. They may not have the same awareness and understanding of what's going on around them as they once did. So if they do something that you do not like, just forgive them. Your parents may not be able to remember things as easily as they once did, so forgive. Number 2. Listen actively and without judgment. Another most compassionate thing you can do with your aging parent is actively listen to what they have to say. Put down your phone so you're not tempted to respond immediately. Don't read or respond to texts while they're talking to you. Let them finish their sentences. Schedule some alone time with your aging parent. If they ask to talk to you, don't make excuses. Just keep listening and respect the fact that they're the ones who need you most at that moment. Number 3. Be patient. Patience is one of the most important things you can practice as an adult who is caring for elderly parents. As we get older, many of us forget how to be patient. It's easy to get frustrated with your aging parent because they may not be able to help you out with everything you want them to right away. It may take a little longer to get the help or attention you need because of their condition or their age. When you're frustrated or angry, you're more likely to say or do something you'll regret. Be patient with your aging parent. Avoid getting frustrated. Avoid taking out your frustrations on your aging parent. Be kind, gentle, and understanding with your parents whatever the situation is. Yes, it is difficult, but not impossible. Number 4. Help them with activities they enjoy. Aging is a process, not a destination. So don't assume your aging parent is done with doing things just because they can't do some of their favorite activities like they used to. Help your aging parent find activities that they can enjoy and do together. It could be joining a book club, going to art classes, or volunteering at a senior center. Offer to help your aging parent find ways to stay active and enjoy their remaining days. This could include things like grocery shopping, talking them to walk, making their meals, or taking them to appointments. Number 5. Learn to bend before you break. Bending before your break is what you do when you're in control of a situation. If your aging parent asks you to drive them to the grocery store, don't decline. If they want to go out to eat, don't insist they stay in. Offer to help where you can, but don't make decisions for your aging parent just because they can't do some of the things they used to do. It's important to remember that your aging parent might not be able to make important decisions for themselves, but it also doesn't mean that you start ignoring their choices. Number 6. Save the tough conversations for when you have to. The last thing you want to avoid is make your aging parent feel vulnerable by bringing up things they're not ready to hear. It's another way of being compassionate. If they ask you how they're doing, give them a positive response and let them know you love them. If your aging parent asks you to help them out with something, give them help when you can, but don't make decisions for them just because they can't do it for themselves. The best way to show your aging parent that you care about them is to show compassion and kindness. It's important to make sure your aging parent is getting the most out of their remaining years. Summing up, it can be difficult to deal with the aging process, but it's important to remember that your aging parent have no longer the level of energy they once have. Be kind, gentle, and understanding when you can. Offer to help your aging parent find activities that they can enjoy and do together. We hope this video will help you build positive relations with your aging parents. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like to feel more positiveness in your life.